Hey there, lads and lasses. This here, of course, is Thunderhand64 coming at you live from the west coast of the United States on a Wednesday morning. It is a little bit past 11 a.m., and that can only mean that it's time for some Baby Zombie Rush. Generations Baby Zombie Rush. So I'm started to stream a little bit earlier today. Kachi has early release from school every day from here on out. He only has a few more weeks, and then he's free for the summer anyway. But that means I have to wrap up my streams a little bit earlier so I can make sure I get out there on time to fetch him and bring him on home. Welcome on in, Arma. All right, let's log right on. Let's get right into this. Spicy. Hello. Okay. I have some concerns. We had a Microsoft update last night, early this morning, so hopefully everything's going to be okay. Let's join our world. Okay. Oh, what's he doing here? Anyways, hey there. So when last we left off, we had our miniature baby zombie generator. The idea for which I got from Flying Villager. He and I were talking and thinking it would be really funny to have, you know, a whole bunch of baby zombies, tiny baby zombies, just come pouring out of the walls here. Yeah, we're thinking that's the way to go. And so that is should be the last baby zombie dispenser we have in the world, in the map, in the maze. And that's at dead end number 22. Right? So, but we were working on, I think, dead end baby zombie dispenser at dead end 24. And we got a little sidetracked. I think Jeppo wanted to see the baby zombie dispenser. And so we spent the rest of that stream. We postponed that. We paused on that, and then we came over here to make our tiny baby zombie dispenser. Does it still work? Yeah, there it is. Oh, there he is. Look, look. Oh, he's doing his job, too. Look at him go. Okay. Yeah, go. Yeah, I don't. I mean, it's bad that the llama bought it. It's this guy here. I mean, look what he has for trades here. Pumpkin seeds, I guess. The open eye blossom is actually pretty cool. But the rest of the stuff, come on, man. Come on. Be serious. Your first victim, I mean contestant. Yeah, you're right. Come on up, dude. Come on up. Look at him go right after. Yeah, yeah, go get him. Go get him. Go, my tiny Avenger. Go. Look, he's persistent, man. Now, can you imagine like about maybe 20 of those things pouring out of this trichophobia laden pattern out of the walls? Just pour it out of there, all slew of them. There's Lone Star. Hey, welcome on in. You can see the auto shout out up there for Lone Star. How are you doing, my friend? So, so we'll have a section of the maze over here at dead end 22. We will have, and what I'm thinking is just putting these generators, like just duplicating them behind these holes like this on either side at a section of about that big. the redstone wiring can go across all of them to activate them. So we really just need to put like a command block behind each one of these. Why can't I place blocks? Why? I can't place blocks. What's going on? Okay. Yeah. Oh, that's what. I think it's because of hello. Wow. Okay, so we've had an update. We've had an update, so I can't switch creative mode all of a sudden. Okay, let's find out what's going on. I think it's because I logged in survival mode and then it won't let me switch to creative. It probably won't let me do it. So if I use the game mode command, right? Game mode and then I forget what it is. I think, do I just type in creative like that? No, it's just faster to do this. Again, you know, we've had updates recently and now everything's different. So far, at least the audio is okay. The camera was all messed up this morning, so I had to straighten that out. It's like every time. Let me get into the shock by control panel. I'm going to switch back temporarily to the... There we go. Cam scene, and then I go back into this. Shock by control panel right there. Yeah, shock by control panel has been struggling. It's trying desperately to load stuff. Yeah. Okay. Shut down the server. Server stopping. So, yeah, it's, you know, I'm doing well. I'm doing well. I mean, it's been a frustrating morning, but it's, you know, first world problem stuff. This weekend, Sunday, I'm flying up to Seattle. It's my older son Biggity's birthday. So I'm going to fly up there, spend a day or two with him, and then fly on back. He turns 21, so I can't have him going out to the pub without his old man. So. I shall mock your redstone profusely. You're more than welcome to, but you know, there is the return on that one must endure. As a certain buffoon is going to find out very soon. And it's not Lux. Okay, what was I doing here? Restarting server. Yeah, I was getting into here. I was going into my config. Come on. Come on, baby. My server properties there. Yeah, it says I'm supposed to be in creative mode. Start server. Yes. Server starting. Okay. Now when I log in, I should be in creative mode. Yeah, there we go. I should be able to place command blocks. Why can I not place command blocks? What has happened? I can't place a command block. I mean, I can place a regular block. I can't place a command block. Oh, I dare. All right. Like I said, in the Buffooncraft Season 6 server, we're about to find out why you don't mess with Thunderhand. All in good fun, but still. All right, why can't I place command blocks? Wow, this isn't what I really wanted to. Yeah, you know, I didn't think I changed my status in the whitelist as far as sort of parameters, custom parameters. I mean, I must have done that somehow, right? Did I accidentally hit a key or something and now... And what's the name of that? Is it like administrator or... Is the command block you're trying to place loaded with set block air place? It's kind of hard to tell because I can't place it to see it, right? I mean... I suppose I could just give myself a new command block, right? But usually it doesn't... You know, usually I can just... Yeah. I think it's a permission thing. Air replace. Yeah. No, I didn't. Yeah, so technically I am replacing it, but it changes it to air the moment I do. Yeah, so I see what you're saying. Shot in the dark. Yeah, I can see that. I can imagine that. I have done things like that to myself in the past, Villager. No, it's a permissions thing. I just forget what the name of the permission is. Like, it's not administrator. It's not like God or God level. What is it called? Yeah, well, I must have cheats enabled, right? I mean... Right. So it's saying I have to do that over at Shockbite. Let's see what happened. Spawn protection. Allow flight. Well, enable command blocks is definitely on. I don't know what's going on with this. Generate structures, PvP, online mode, view distance, max players, build height, level type, server name, spawn protection. Yeah. Well, we just did have an update. I'm thinking either something changed or while I was typing, I just, hit a key or a command or something and I wasn't aware of it because of my stupid hands, right? Um, yeah. That would be. I really have no patience for this right now, man. I really don't. I should probably just end the stream because I didn't even want to deal with this right now. Yeah, I'm not getting anything back from this. I can't really do anything I need to do unless I can place command blocks. So, and if I can't do that, I mean, my brain's just not braining right now. It must be in creative mode. Hold OP privileges. Operator, yeah. So let's just redo that like you're saying. Villager. Let me see. There's something else in here I want to try. Whitelist game mode, message today. Let me enable Archon. Archon password. There should be a list of players. It's not in the whitelist though, but it should be in there and it should let us know. Yeah. All right. Well, let's try this. It's /OP and then it's what? 64. That's not looking good because it's in red. Yeah. Is it a give, maybe? Are you in survival or adventure mode? You know what the other thing is? See, it won't let me switch the game mode swisher. It says I don't have permission. So it's definitely a permissions thing. I'm pretty sure. Yeah, and it's not placing and disappearing. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, so I don't know what that is. I mean, there's a place where I'm supposed to put in here. It's just, I'm... Add favorites, all servers, player. I'm in my server console now, and I think I need to switch it from here, but... says I'm the owner of the server, but I forget what I have to do to set myself. I think it's in the console. I have to do it in the server console, right? Because it's not letting me do it from here. Do /OP. Maybe it's lowercase, right? See, this makes me, this is why I'm concerned. It's because I don't have, when it's red, I know it's not going to let me do that. Let's get down here, inventory sort list, and let's toggle voice chat, W trigger. Yeah, so this is what I have to choose from. Try without the /. Yeah, see, it's just white text without the /. There's no command. This is like really, really basic server stuff. I haven't had to do it in like 7 years, you know, so, and I tried looking it up and I'm not getting anything back. Use the server's console. Yeah, I thought so. All right. Open your server's console. Yeah, okay, so it's saying I have to do what you said, but I have to do it from the server. So I have to do server console OP and then Thunderhand 64 like that. All right. And you guys can't see the display right now, but come on. And there it is. And if you look right there, you can see server Thunderhand 64 is a server operator now. And now I can place. Yeah. So you were right, Villager. It's just we had to do it in the console from the server. Yeah, you know, and that's what I was thinking too, right? I should just be able to toggle that on and off right here without doing the command line. Right, and that might be, that should be in config. But I'm not seeing it. I'm seeing my whitelist and I'm seeing my max players, but I don't see the server properties. It should be in there under server properties, under parameters. Yeah, I mean, we solved it. We just went into the command, on the command line in the console. But yes, now see, I haven't. You guys, I know you guys can't see my shock bite, and you're not going to. But but there is an active players list in here, but it doesn't allow me to do anything with it. Server log, notifications, 1 out of 8 players. Yeah. Fabric, Minecraft Online, overview, mods and plugins, backup, ports, access control. There's an audit log. There's members, but I can't click on it and change it. There is the roles though, right? But that's just co-owner, moderator, member. It doesn't say anything about operator. Honestly, I think I have to set that in the console. I think that's the only way I can do it. Insert, you'd like to think that would, yeah. Give me those sweet, juicy IB May, yeah. Yeah, no thanks. Okay, but I guess we're back, people. Okay. I mean, we're only like more than halfway through the stream now. I'm not pleased with that. But anyway, Villager, did you see the tiny baby zombie spawn? Yeah, I got it working. It's right here. There he is. Come on out, dude. Whoa! He's powerful. Where is he? He's down here burning in the sun, I think. Where is he? There's my stuff. Oh, here he comes. Oh my god. All right. That turned out to be very tricky to do. Again, you know, you and I were talking command blocks the other day, and sometimes you think it's one command, but you have to split it up into... Yeah, he's still at full power, and his hitbox is so darn small. But, So, what actually has to happen here is you have to spawn a zombie, and you have to... this is the first block. That's the subsequent block. So I'm spawning the zombie here. I don't know how well you can see the... yeah, you can't because of that. Let me drop the title here for a moment. Triggerfire, webcam title, alerts, title overlay right there. There it is. Okay. Okay, there. I shut it down for a little bit so you can see the command block. Code, syntax, that thing, that stuff. But, so the first command, so I didn't think you would have to split this up. And this is another case of what we were talking about. I thought it would be one command, right? With maybe 2 NBTs, right? But no, you have to split it up into 2 separate commands. So you have to summon a zombie first, and then with the isBaby1B NBT, right? So that's the first one. And then instantly, once it spawns, you have to shrink it after. So it's 2 separate commands. So it's complete insanity. Oh, you can do that in one. I don't know. I tried and tried and tried and tried to figure out how to do it in one, and I couldn't get it to do it in one go. I would think that it would just be right after this NBT would be the Minecraft scale set base 0.5. I would think it would be, you know, another modifier on the end of this, but God, we spent the entire stream doing every possible thing I could think of. And I couldn't get it to go. But I mean, I got this to work with 2 of these. Whoa. I mean, it's a 2-stage thing. It happens instantly, really. So, you know, it's a fraction of a game tick between the 2 of them. So I think it's good enough. It's just the space is going to suck. Yeah, okay. I'll tell you what. Let me just try that quickly. So what we can do is just copy this command block. Right, we'll just copy this one and then we'll modify it because this one has the coordinates in it all set to go. And then we could just, and I just blew it. Bubba. It's going to be one of these kind of streams today, folks. Oh, that's weird. It's not doing the copy like it usually is. So if you do, oh, is it control? I think it's control. There we go. Yeah, it's control copies it with all the syntax and everything. All right, so command summon zombie, right? There's coordinates. Is baby 1B. Now you have after that, right? You have, let me see, you have comma. And see, this is how I think this should work, right? And this is the syntax that we used the last time with the attributes. It should be this with curly brace right there, or bracket curly brace, and then it should be ID because this looks very familiar. And then Minecraft colon scale like this. Close quotes like that, comma, base, colon, and I think we had 0.5. And then curly brace, bracket, curly brace like this. So this is similar to what we had the last time. Unexpected white space at the other end of the argument. Let me see. I have curly brace, bracket, curly brace, curly brace, bracket, curly brace. So there's an extra right there. Okay, so we should be good. I mean, it's green. It looks like it's ready to go. That's a good sign. Yeah. Okay. I don't know why I couldn't get it to work the last time, but oh no, the 0 still works. It's fine. So you can see it still spawned him in there. MC Stacker. This looks familiar. I think MC Stacker, I think Boacars may have directed me to this. I thought I used this the last time. All right, we got it. All right. Thanks, Villager. But this is good. Now I can, instead of 2 commands, I can just do it in 1. Yeah, go get him. Go get him. In fact, that's what I want to see. Oh, look at him. Oh my God. Get him, llamas. All right. One problem though. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe I didn't read it correctly in the last stream, but this is good. This will save me a lot of space. Um, One problem though is getting them to come out of the holes, right? Because um, say this is the maze, right? And the player's running through, and I want them to come out of the holes. If I'm like this, and they're set in here, the sides will block them from the view of me, and they won't come out of the holes until after I pass them, which isn't as funny. What I want them to do is, when I'm about maybe this far away, I want them to pour out of the holes. There's Dora. Welcome on in, Dora. Dora, I'm loving the aviary build, by the way. Very, very nicely done. Let me see. I want to do that, and then this. Good. Okay. Spawn a lot of them, they'll cram themselves out. Yeah, that's what we were saying. You know, I mean, I spawned about what, 5 of them right there. One, 2, 3, 4, 5. Let's see how many it takes. 6, 7, 8. It looks like it takes about maybe 8 of them for them to crowd and start to come out. I'm a little concerned with that, but not so much so because we'll have another hole lined up right next to it there. So if they crowd into one hole, it's fine because they'll just pop into the other one, right? Thank you. They won't pour out until one moves. If you want them to not do that, set the spawn off by 0.25 so they spawn in the gap instead. Yeah, I did experiment that. Now, I did experiment with that the last time, trying to get them right there. But you know what I found is that you can only adjust that by half block increments. So you can't do 0.25, you can only do 0.5. And if you try to do like maybe 0.75 to get it right in the middle here, it just pushes them all the way to the next block. So yeah, we messed around with that the last time. So it looks like it can only offset them by increments of about 0.5. So it's like if I went in which axis? I am facing north. All right. So if they're spawning here and I want them to spawn over there, for example, I can come over to here. Right? And like that would push them that way by a quarter of a block, right? He's inside the other block. So it just, if it's greater than the integer, then it just rounds it and shoves him into the other block. I mean, we could try it. I mean, because maybe it only goes to tenths, right? But I think it only goes to integer values. Flying. I think if it's just greater than 1, it just rounds it up because of floor, right? Encoding floor. I think it just rounds it up to the next integer and just pushes them over to the next block. Right, so yeah, see? It just spawned him right into the next block. So I think that's because of floor. Let me see. Yeah, you can see even having a block there doesn't prevent him. It just spawns him inside the block. But you know what? I wonder if there's like an ID tag or something. Yeah, I wonder if it's like an extra attribute or something where you can do offset, like you know how you have Minecraft scale? I wonder if you could do like Minecraft offset. So we don't mess up our code with that one. And then, you know, would I do comma and then other curly braces? Or the thing we can do is do this. And then what if we do something like let me see on this. Close the quote, put a comma, right? And I'm just guessing here, right? But what if you just modded this with something like that, and then you would probably need some sort of XY coordinate or something in there, right? This is my last thought, trying to go down one block and then adding 0.6 to the end. Try going down one block, like backwards. So just lowering the Y value and then try going down by one block, then adding 0.6 to the end. No, I should be able to figure out what you mean by that. So I would change my Y coordinate to 73.6, or should I change my Y coordinate to 73, and then my Z coordinate to negative 1766.6. Oh, wait a minute. You're not saying down. Moves the selection left by 1. Okay, so that's south. Okay. And then tack on 0.6 at the end of what, that coordinate? So this would be 65. And then like 0.6 like that. So instead of spawning him here, spawn him there and push him over to here. Yeah, see, it just rounds it up. Yeah, it just rounds it up because of floor. Well, he was in the stair. He just moved himself out. But, I mean, yeah, we can try it. Yeah, there he goes. Okay, so let's watch carefully here, and we can see right where he spawns. Well, I mean, he does seem like he's over a little bit, though, doesn't he? Yeah, I don't know. Maybe let's move it over a little bit. Go out there, Harold. Go on. Go burn in the sun. Go play in the sun. All right. So if we do, well, that's pretty good, actually. Yeah, that does it. Nicely done, villager. Nicely done. In fact, that would put him right in the middle of that area, but I just don't know if it goes to hundredths or not. Yeah, he's perfect right there. All right, now the question is, can we use the same kind of idea to move him forward, like right on the edge of this, so he can see? Like right now, so, north to south, he's all set. But east to west, we should be able to use the same tactic to move him. Let me see, if that's north, that's east, so it'll be positive. So we could do something like this. Now, let me see. How did we do this? We did the block south of that and move that over. All right, so we want to do the block west of this and move that over. So I think it's what? Is it 4.75? I mean, is that what does it? No. That put him... Oh, that might have put him in here. Okay, so it might be the block forward. I might have to increase this one. So this might have to be 6, actually. Let's see. Okay, that's too far. All right, but you can see where it's putting him. It's putting him in the right place, but it's putting him a block too far east. So what's going on then? This should be 5, right? Yeah, there it is. All right, so this, you don't have to do that. You don't have to offset the block with. So you would move the position backward into the wall and then add 0.95 to the end. Yeah. Yeah, probably not. Yeah. Nicely done, though. And you know what? We can, since we want to put him right on the edge of it, right? We can, like you're saying, we could set this to like maybe 0.9, right? Like right on the edge of it. And see, that should be enough. That should be enough. So see, if I'm right here, and God forbid I'm in survival mode, he should be able to see me. I don't know why he went back in his hole, but dude, please. So I need to make a kill command block just for the sake of speed. Yikes. All right. Yeah. Yeah, we need to set him in there, but yeah, let him hit me. I shouldn't have done that. There, he's done. Yeah, I need to make a kill block quickly. And let me see. I think I had one over here somewhere. I could just copy it. I was using it for testing. Was it down here, I think? Well, I'm not going to spend the whole stream looking for it. I'll just code it. But I think it's what? I think it's what? Kill like this. And then I think it's at entity, but then we need to specify what kind of entity that is. Is it an NBT next? Oh, hey, I learned a thing yesterday. It makes clean up mobs 1,000% easier. You can kill mobs based on ID tags. Okay. Let me see. I'm in 121.6. So I'm on the MC Stacker right now. Let's get it to there. Kill all the ads. Boss bar damage. Fill. kill commands. There we go. Here we go. Stop with the ads, please. Let's see. Elder Guardian zombie. Wow. Please. There it is. The ads are going absolutely bananas right now.
Of the open road.
Wow. Insanity. Output selector. I don't think we need that. Limit sort unset. Like if you gave all the wall guys the wall boys tag, you can just, oh yeah, okay, I get it. So that would be, so upon spawning them, right, you would also have to name them, which, I don't know, could you do it in the same block, or would it require a second block with a command to name them as it generates them? Which isn't a problem because it happens really fast, but output selector, target selectors. Selection radius, limit. This was so much easier when I made the block the other time. Yeah, I don't have time for this. Yeah, it's type. I should have known that. You know, I just type equals Minecraft colon zombie, and it should get those baby zombies, and we'll try it out. Let's see. / okay, team zombie. That should be green though, and it's not, which kind of bothers me a little bit. But let's try it. Let's spawn a zombie. Yeah, it didn't work. Let's see. That's weird. I didn't hear the redeem go off though. Did you guys see the redeem? Because I didn't hear it or see it. Hopefully that's not broken. I don't have to reset that. It didn't. Oh God, should I even be doing this stream right now? And I've selected team. Not yeah, there it is. Okay. Why? Thunder, why? Why? Yeah, it should just be type. Not yipe. Come on, hands, please. Please, just help me out here. Okay, now it's blue. It's not red, so you can see that that it should work, right? So if I do this, okay, that's what we need. All right. I mean, I just did that last week right over here. Oh, it sucks being old. Yeah. All right. So that crashed. So why are the redeems not working? Let's work on this now. Okay, so redeems aren't working. Why? Usually if you just refresh the cache, it'll do its thing, but ooh, that's source properties. Yeah, this is fine. This is fine. Okay, let's reset the access to it. Access. Okay, right. Refresh. Right. We're going to here. Yeah. Okay. No redeems. Okay. Title overlay. All right. There we go. I'll have to figure out what's up with that. Yeah, whatever. It's gonna the whole morning's been going like this, you know, outside the stream as well. So okay, so Villager, thanks. We've come up with a couple of things now. We've got this down to one block. And we've got the offset over here. So that's really good. One thing I want to test, and then I'm going to go into the ad break. Repeat it. Let's do this. Yeah, there we go. Let's get some dust. How many blocks do I have here? 1、2、3、4、5、6、7、8、9、10、11、12。Yeah, I don't know. Maybe right about here is where I want them to be able to see. Right there. Right? So if I go into now survival mode and I click this, it should spawn him there. Yeah, of course. Now they come out. Please. Oh, we should do. Depending on where we are at the time. There we go. I've also sent you a command that adds a tag to the wallman. Oh, nice. Thanks. Appreciate it. Yeah, so see, if we're over here, they can't really see us there, right? So I mean, really? They're right on the edge of it now. And let me see. I assume the player is actually going to be probably standing right about here. Yeah, the thing is, I think he spawns facing away. Yeah. Ah! Really? It's just pushing a button. Come on. Go get him, llama. Default is facing north. Actually, he's facing south, though, if you look at it. Wow, and there we go. Because if you look... Oh, yeah. Debug screen. There it is. Wow. So I'm facing north right now. All right, so this way is north. But if you watch him spawn, he's facing south. It could be something with the way that we're spawning him in. Kind of turns him around, maybe. So the block might be kind of pushing him and spinning him at the same time. Well, you know, I mean, it really depends on where we're going to have them in the maze, right? Let's see. So we're in dead end 22. And I forgot where that is. The sign should be up above, though, and not planted on the wall. It should be here. Okay, yeah, so it'll be here. So when the player gets to here, they'll press the button. And I'm wondering if I use this dead end. Here, and the player presses the button there. You know, that might not be a bad idea. So you could also spawn a zombie in the middle of the hall. And when he aggroes, he'll alert the other zombies in the walls to attack you. Villager, that's actually going to work out here, because what I'm thinking is if I'm using, I would kind of like them to pour out of the side walls, but this dead end isn't long enough for that. So I was thinking maybe alter the way the maze looks. I'll change some of the lanes in the maze here to make this longer, or when they're standing here, just have them pour out of this wall and the wall directly facing them. So if he hits this, the wall facing them opens up. These baby zombies will come pouring out. And then the moment they aggro, these guys will. The thing I don't like about that, though, is you have to run into the baby zombies pouring out of the wall. So I don't like that. This way, you have a chance of getting through, right? As the baby zombies are here, you can see a couple of them popping out. Maybe you can juke a few, and then they'll all pile out after you, right? Mother baby zombie. Children, after him. Will a baby zombie aggroing, will one of the tiny ones call the other ones like you're saying the zombie will? Welcome on in, Jeppo. You all can see the auto shout out for Jeppo, and back there for Flying Villager. You could also have it so the end of the wall has holes, so when you round the corner, they instantly start pouring out from the end. Yeah, you could do that. I'm just thinking of the visual, right, of the player getting to about here and then just start having them come out, and you're like, oh my god, and they're just pouring out of either side, and then you're off into the maze. So I think I'll just alter the maze in that area, which I don't mind doing that. So I can knock out this section here. I can block that section there. Or actually, I can probably clear this out, block this, and have the entrance go right into here like this. Yeah, I could do that. I mean, that would be really easy to do. So I would open this up and close this. That would give me enough of a run here. Yeah. And I don't mind making changes to the maze, as long as I just have to be careful. I have to look around and see what I have going here, right? So I do have that feature over there, but I'm thinking I can just take this area and put it here and just open this up through. That gives me this wall length and that wall length to do. If you're not supposed to, it could add a tight zigzag to get into that area so there's more panic. Yes. Well, think about this, right? If we close this off, your only way out really is this. Because if you come down here, this is another dead end with another button, right? So now I could, in turn, open this up here, so you have to round the corner. You have a choice. So I could go in here to this dead end. I could go in here, out there, into that dead end down there, or out. So I might do something like that. Panic punishment, absolutely. All right, I'm going to take a 3-minute ad break because I am well overdue for that. And I will be right back. Hey there, and we're back. Commands, ads should be dispelled for the last half hour here. All right, before I forget, let's do this. I could use fill commands for this, but God, I don't know. I'm not braining it well today. I'll use fill commands to bust that open, though. I'll just fill it with air. And then let's knock out those corner pieces right there. And then we'll just, we'll do this. And that'll texture it. And I'm not going to bother to fill it right now because, you know, we're probably going to have the holes in there through which our babies will come pouring out. Let me see. Before we get texturing that too much, let's do this. And then this. There we go. Done and done. And for the moment, we'll go set this like this. And then we'll do a wee bit of texturing. Just put this kind of stuff here. Like this. There, that's good. And let me see, let's do a little bit of this kind of stuff. Probably right there. And then there should be some, yeah, right here. Like that. Okay, that should be good enough. So, I guess when you hit the button here, you can see them come pouring out probably here and here. That's the idea. There we go. Because this is an outer wall. Okay. So the button will be right here. Let's find one that I already have in place. That's not that. Should be this one, right? And it looks like a second one up, third one out. Like this. Hey, 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 hey. There we go. Got it. Yeah. All right. So the player will run down here. They'll click this button. And then when they do, should see the baby zombies come pouring out of the walls here. Player can get through them, try to get out there if they want to, but if they keep going straight, this is the last dead end right here. So the thing I want to do is I want to see if I can open this up right here. And I think I can. I don't think this will expose any of that redstone. I think we're good. Yeah, I think we're good there. All right, let's do this. Let's do fill command again. We'll just keep that command up there. We'll just update the coords. Right, and then we'll come to this side over here like this. Update the coords right here. Go to end, pow, that's out. There we go. Okay, we're good there. Okay, player can come into here if they want to. They go here. Here's one dead end. Good. They could come around here like this. They could go out this way. Here's this dead end down here. And this is the tiny baby zombies. Right? So if they hit this, they could run out here. If they want to try to duck this way, they can. But if they run straight down through here, this leads back out into the maze. And this leads to the other dead end. I hate the fill command. You mess, yeah. If that's why you'll see, you know, I use the tab so it autofills the whatever I'm pointing at, and I just reload it and modify it. So the less typing I have to do, the better, because you're right. You screw up one thing and it's. Oh yeah, you know, I never thought of that, villager. They'll fit under this gap, won't they? Oh, that's horrifying. I can tell you're in focus mode, so I'll catch you another time. Aw, Jeppo, I'm so sorry. Little wall gremlins. Have a great rest of the stream. Admittedly, we're at the end of the stream anyway, Jeppo. We only have like about 15, 20 minutes left. And it's not been a particularly good one. I mean, Villager and I have come up with a couple of solutions here to really move us forward, but most of the stream was me just trying to figure out how to give myself operator mode again, which was kind of stupid. You got this. Thank you, Jeppo. Jeppo, when are you going to stream next? Because that's when I get to talk to you. Because unlike me, you have enough coordination where you can talk while you're thinking. I can't at all. Brain only operates in series, not parallel. Took all the time with it. No, you were extremely helpful, Villager, of course. Also, I feel like I should tell you hi from the Faroe Islands. To keep the ridiculous hi from a random place meme going. Maybe tomorrow, I'm not sure. Please, could you do like even a short stream for the Faroe Islands? That's like one of the many spots on the planet that I would love to visit. The Faroe Islands. I'm so envious. Jeppo! I'm so envious. Of course it is. But you're there in the end of May, so I'm not sure, how's the weather in there this time of year? They have great Wi-Fi too, of course. Villager. Yeah, we're Americans. Oh, that would make a great state. The weather is always everything in one day. Yeah. Yeah. Plus, the days should be pretty long there right now, right? Because we're getting near the first day of the astronomical summer. Yeah. Not the seasonal summer, the astronomical summer. Side eyes and bald eagle. Actually get sleepy before sunset. um, yeah, so we made our modification over here. And so, yeah, I'm thinking this is long enough for them to come pouring out of the walls here. Now, what I'm thinking of having happen is something like this. Where this will open up. So we'll have a command block that will just delete these blocks and expose the blocks behind them. Right there. Hook. All right. And we'll do the same over here, and then we can just take the stair blocks. Am I going to fly all the way over here to select those? Yes, I am. Actually, I just want to see my pattern here because I'm thinking, you know, what induces the trichophobia more? Having the rows, the grid pattern, or having them offset like this? I think this looks creepier. Anywho, happy focus mode. Thank you, Jeppo. Oh, Thunder, did you see we got a control method for geysers? I've seen a couple of shorts and reels about geysers, but you know, I haven't looked at them close enough. Catch you guys later. Bye bye, Jeppo. Please stream from the Faroe Islands. Please. I really want to see that. Even if it's just like a 20-minute stream of you just panning the camera around. Please. Could fill with stairs, yeah. Control method for geysers, though, huh? I think those geysers are going to be a pretty big deal. That's one of those things I'm looking at them now and I'm thinking, you know, oh, I guess that's kind of cool, you know, but I think once I start messing with those, they're going to be very, very cool. I think the way I'm doing this is kind of like that to get them offset like this. Right? And then I think I'm doing that. Nope, it's going to be facing down, facing up, facing down. Facing up. Facing down. And then hop. No, I got off somewhere. I think these ones had to be like, yeah, they had to be like that. Okay, that's right. Terrifying. And I think they have to start from here on this end. Like that. For God's sakes, thunder. See, it's one of these streams. It's really bad. We could toggle them on and off with a dispenser. Really? Now that we can control them, this update is going to be a good one. We've gotten a lot of features players have asked for with this one. I wonder if that was a plan. Maybe they showed a really base level plan so they could farm ideas to community. Yeah, I think that's what they were trying to do there. Yeah, I did want a wall in front of those as well. The struggle is real today, people. See how bad? It's so bad. And then they're just offset like that. Yeah, okay. All right. These ones are in up mode. These ones are in down mode. And then these are in up mode. There we go. And now let's add in some variation here. There we go. Hands, please. There. Let's see. These are in up mode. Let me see. Down, up. Down, up. Down, up. Down, up like that. That's pretty good. These are all down modes. Down, up, down, up. Down, up. And. Let me me see. 一二三四五六七八. So not that one, Bubba. Okay. Yeah, that's good enough. That's good enough. And let's do this. Right. There we go. And just for now, let's just put these behind them so we can see. There. All right. Now, these will be black, like the other ones are, a little bit later. But yeah. I mean, the other one is like this if I make it like a grid, right? The other thing is I might actually make these a lighter color too, just so you get the contrast. Because if you think about it, if you're from here, you don't really catch the whole pattern that much. And also part of it is it's recessed in the wall. So I would have some kind of, like for example, I'd have some wall blocks in front of this, right? It's not going to be glass, but just... Right. So it'll look like this right there. And then when they press the button, part of it will be like these blocks will be deleted. Okay, and then the baby zombies will spawn and pour out. And then when they're complete, so after so many minutes, then the next command block will fill that back in. So I'm thinking something like that. Now the question is, well, we can't really because we have redstone in this wall. Yeah, I think this will have to be enough. This will have to be enough, I'm thinking. I mean, I might be able to get away with doing something like right here. About maybe that much. But I really don't want to mess with this because I have redstone right next to it. So... yeah. So, I don't know. I think we're going to be okay here. I'm thinking the player comes down here, hits that button, then all of a sudden, boom! and then just come pouring out. You're like, oh my god, trying to run through them all and stuff. That's going to be funny. That is going to be very funny. Let's see. What's a light block that's still dark enough for that? Maybe tough? So maybe you could do something like... And then it's the same thing here. And then the same thing up here. That. I don't know. Is that too bright though? It might be. Because it is against that black stone, you know. So if we came in here like this, for example. Right? I think that's a little too bright. Cyclopsalops! Hey, Psych, how you doing, man? How's it going? Just finishing up our stream. Think of how the baby zombies would actually build this and what you want the stairs to represent. Is the color of a paper wasp nest. Oh, yeah. Well... what does Deep Slate look like? Lone Star's gonna love this. Have some lava pouring out with some Deep Slate. I'm kidding! How are you doing today, Psych? It's probably evening for you over there by now. Yeah, it is. Yeah, it probably is Deep Slate, right? So, what have we got? Deep Slate tile stairs is probably a little too much, but I think this is going to be better. I think that's just enough of a color difference. No, it has to stay the same. There we go, like, oh yeah, oh yeah. Doing good. Got a lager to celebrate staying home tonight. Nice. Sláinte. All of my classmates went to a party and got rained on. Okay. My tired self wanted to stay home, so now I'm dry and cozy. Yeah, there's something about like being like cold and soaking wet, right? And then you take in a nice hot shower, get some nice dry clothes on, right? Could you do something? You could do something really zany and make it from prismarine stairs, and say it's made from other baby zombies. This hive has mulched into 100% thunder. You know where it's at. Yeah. I think prismarine might be uh, a little too bright, but that's why I'm not as good a builder as you guys are. This does have the pattern on the side of it, though. You know, which just throwing wild fruits. Yeah, yeah. Can we make cobble deep slopes, deep slate stairs? Yeah, because this doesn't have the line pattern on it, but it's also a little bit darker. That's kind of cool, but it kind of breaks up the whole pattern too, right? I mean, yeah. Yeah, I think that breaks it up too much. Yeah, kind of noisy. What we need is we need deep slate bricks. Yeah. Yeah, let's go there, right? We also have the tough bricks, but I think they're a little too light. Maybe the mud stairs, right? But they would also be very, very bright. Um, Normally they wouldn't be that bright, but against the blackstone, they're gonna pop. It's kind of cool because the divisions in them are almost the same size as the holes, right? You know, this isn't that bad, really. That's not that bad. The thing I like about having a solid color, though, is you get a pretty well-defined hole pattern, right? Especially if you're doing something like um, 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 like stone stairs. But the problem with the stone stairs is they're so bright. But who knows? Um, maybe they're not so bad. See, the cool thing is you get the whole definition really well on something like this, right? Yeah. Yeah, I'm sorry about that. My redeems are busted, as I just found out now. I'm going to have to figure out what the deal is. You know, it's like I'll have to give you your redeem points back. Let's see. We'll do that. I don't know. That's pretty creepy looking. Oh, well, I guess I got to do it. What? Actually, I'm ending the stream now, Villager. So I got to go fetch Kati. You know, that's not so bad for the trichophobia. That looks pretty darn creepy. All right. Just so folks can see what we're doing is for this dead end feature, we're going to have the player running down to the dead end here, pressing the button, and when they do, the screen wall for here will be deleted, and tiny, tiny baby zombies, scores and scores of them, will come pouring out of these hive-like holes in either wall here. And that as the player runs through after a certain amount of time, this will reset and these will be replaced. There's Bo, just at the end of the stream. And so what does that look like? They look a little bit like this. Oh my God. Here they come. Tiny baby zombies. Yeah, they got me. So that was us just getting the command block to work, which we did. Are they all dead? I think they are. Good. All right. And so the idea is to then set up the command blocks here with the coordinates of each one of these on a grid pattern. And like I said, when the player comes down and presses this button, the screen wall deletes, and then the baby zombies, the tiny baby zombies, just come pouring out of either wall, and the player has to run for their life. Terrifying. So you can see the auto shout out there for Bokars. He's so small, he only needs one popcorn. I was running errands and I behaved, so I get ice cream. But that's the idea of what we're putting together here. Now, this is the last baby zombie replenishment kind of dead end trap. And we should be good. So we're going to replicate that over here. And then we've got a couple of mechanisms to put into place there. We're going to have to put a chain block command on this with a timer and things like that. So this is going to be a pretty big feature, actually. But that will have to do it for now. I got to be one of the people who tries to, yeah, absolutely. It looks epic. It's, I got to remember not to make it too hard because, and then when it's ready to go, we have to make a scoring rubric for it. So, and we'll have to weight different features on it. You underestimate my ultimate gaming power. We shall see. We shall see. I've come up with a few dozen more mobs. It's that time of year again. Oh, so your custom mobs. We'll have to check them out on your next stream because it is time to wrap things up, everybody. I got to run and go fetch Kachi before it's too late. Before I'm too late. So I'm going to forego the raid today. Let's switch over to the cam scene. Let's see. Gilda Rush next month. Awesome. Let's get this all set here. There we go. Okay, everyone, thanks for hanging out with me for this extremely cursed stream. I'll get your channel points back and be and figure out what's going on with the redeems. I did have a Microsoft update last night, early this morning, and so I probably have to reset a bunch of stuff. I'll probably have to put in the, because I use the stream elements, I'll probably have to load all of the links for it and stuff. It's, oh my God. Anyways, thanks everybody for joining us today. Just remember that we do this stream every Wednesday, usually from noon to 2 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. We're just a little earlier because Kachi's early release these next couple of weeks. Our next stream should be Friday from 11 a.m. to 1 o'clock p.m. Pacific Standard Time, and that will be Buffoon-Craft SMP Season 6. And, ooh, we have some mischief planned for that stream. Yes, we do, everyone. So I hope you all enjoy that. If you're not able to attend, at least catch the VOD. You will not regret it. But somebody will. And then Sunday, 4 to 6 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. Kachi may want to do Kachi time. We'll see. He wasn't able to last weekend. But even if he's not, I may do another Generation stream in its place. We'll see. All right, everyone, enjoy the rest of your afternoon, evening, morning, wherever you happen to be. Join us again next time. And bye for now, everyone.